So, as I was saying, I you know, Gaga, we was getting ready, man. This time of morning, we either at the church or on our way to the church. Meeting up at the church to go somewhere. Summertime, oh man, we was going places summertime. School out, let me put it that way. I don't know, House of Prayer, they don't do nothing. They do boring stuff. And I'm old. They bore me out. You know what? They used to have memorial. They used to do memorial. I'm trying to get them. They used to do memorial at the church, right? This was some years ago. And this when my kids was little. I mean, they would do memorial like maybe about 10 years ago. But this is when my kids was little, you know? When I say little, I mean between 6 and 15, something like that. And we would go to the church, and I would have my paddles, I had my paddle ball. Thank you. And we would have our little, everybody used to wait for us. Nana. Me. I was saying Nana. Thank you. And we would have our, let me set this there. So, as I was saying, I gotta put my eyebrow on. This is why I don't go. I gotta see how it makes my face look. I got a complex about how I look anyway. I don't really, well, I'm not going to say that I don't care what people say about me. You know what I'm saying? Because I do. I need to change that. I need to admit that to myself. You know, I say I don't care, but in all reality, I do care what people say and think, right? But here's the difference. I guess the reason why I say I don't care because what they think don't affect, is not my choice of how I live, and put it that way. Whatever they think is their choice, but I don't let it affect my decision in reference to my life, or in reference to my decision on my everyday decisions. They can think, it may hurt me, or, it may make me do that. Wow, that's what you think type of look or thought. But the decision that I make is God's decision. Because he already know how I'm feeling. You see what I'm saying? He know how it already may have affected me. So he, in some of those situations, he got to come in quick and work things out. And some of them, I don't really think about it. But when it comes to my weight, and when it comes to my eyebrows and to my hair, I try to keep looks away from me, because the normal way a person look, you have eyebrows and you have hair. That's just normal by society. So if you pop up, let's say a person pops up and they don't have no hair, they don't have no eyebrows, they're skinny, they get a lot of looks. People look at them. And I know the feeling. So when I run into somebody like that, I don't look at them. I make glimpse. Like if I'm on the bus or the train and they come on, of course you're going to see them because your attention is paying attention to people that come on the train. But whereas one person may stare, and like, wow, look at that person, look how they look. They already uncomfortable, makes them feel uncomfortable. So maybe that's the word I should use when I say I don't care. My comfortability is the reason why I have to wear the pencil up here, the eyebrow up there. Because as you see, my eyebrows are shot. And I believe that's just inheritance, part of my inheritance. When you get old, this is what I'm saying, when you get old, this is my point, you don't know how your body is going to react and respond to age. You don't know. So because you don't know, when these certain things start happening to you, you at a place where you have to accept it. See what I'm saying? You have to accept it. Yeah, people say you accept it or you don't accept it. No, when age come along, you got no other choice but to accept it. There's no such thing as, oh, I'm not going to get old. Oh, I see. It's not the same as, oh, I don't have no eyebrows, so I can put something on it, give the illusion of an eyebrow. But when age come in, wrinkles start coming in, and you start getting those, where they at? You start getting those, I don't know whether y'all can see it, but they all on my leg. You start getting those age spots. Let me see if I got any more. There go one there. You start getting those age spots on your skin. And, I like them. I'll be honest with you. Because I think some people get darker I guess the lighter skinned people get the darker age spots. They call age spots. And some people get little things on them. Now, I don't know whether this is acne on my neck. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know whether that's acne. Can y'all see them bumps back there? I don't know whether that's acne. But I noticed I had a bump. Those bumps was there. They go down. They look like pimple bumps. They look like whitenesses underneath it. And I'm like, maybe I should bust them. But I don't mess with them. I got one right on my chest. It's dark. And it looks like it has like, you know how you have the white pus in there? That's what it looks like. And I'll be like fiending to bust it. I think I had another one somewhere. Oh, and I got one like down here, right? I just happened to be like washing myself. Yeah, I was washing myself and I felt it. I said, ooh, what's that? And I looked at it was one of these bumps right here. And you can really see it in this one. You can really see it in there. I don't know. Let me see, maybe let's turn the light. Y'all see it? It's right there. It looked like I could bust it. So I guess I would need one of those things that we see. I watch these videos where people is busting the acne on people's face, and they would have some kind of stick thing in there, and they would stick it up in there and maybe cut a hole in it. Well, not a hole. When it's on the face, it'd be like just a little bump, and they'll stick something in it, and then the pus come out. And then some people have cysts. They call them cysts. And they be on their backs, and sometimes they have big ones, but they be underneath, and they have to cut it, and then when they cut it, then they pull it out, it comes out. And then I seen this man, they assist, they be like big, and he gotta put anesthesia in there, and he gotta clean around it, the anesthesia, and inject. You see the needle, he be injected in there, and then he take like a knife, little, I guess a facial knife, and he cut into it, and then he goes inside. It's like a skin over covering, and he goes inside of it, and he loosens that away from that skin. And sometimes the whole cyst come out, and sometimes you have to bust it because it's not really separating itself from the sack. And I'll be like, yo, that is crazy. So my whole thing is that, you never know. And, you never know what people go through or what they going through, and their ailments and their situations and stuff like that. And just like I was saying, I've learned that I'm not going to be judging people. I'm not going to judge people on on their lives and stuff. Telling them, oh, you're not supposed to do this, you ain't supposed to do that. So now you're supposed to walk in the church. I'm just hypothetically speaking, Now you're supposed to walk in the church. You ain't got no eyebrows. Your hairline is all the way back here or wherever it is. You ain't got no hair. Your teeth all messed up. And then you want to run the scripture to me talking about the Bible says he beautified the meek with salvation. And you better learn what that scripture means. Because I did a study on it. Well, I ain't finished studying on it. I'm going to look up some more stuff on it. And I did an audio, and I'll upload the audio. And I'm going to do a video, so I'll have the scriptures in there, and I'll attach it together, and I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. But I did an audio on it. I was doing a little searching about it yesterday. And I was like, hold up. That is not what that scripture means. They took the word beautify and applied it to the facial appearance. of a person. And why they always got to be talking about the woman? What about the man? You ain't got no idea what men do. Some men could be up there putting some foundation on their face. I don't know. I'm just hypothetically speaking, but that's my point. You don't know what people go through in their lives. Now, I know makeup, people wear, they use the word makeup because it's made up. It's not you. But there's different aspects to makeup. You see what I'm saying? And there's different reasons to makeup. Some people wear makeup for show because it becomes a part of their character. Some people try makeup and they become infatuated with it because it's a part of painting. So instead of painting a canvas, your face becomes that canvas, and now you putting the different colors on or whatever. Now, I'm not going to say that. Oh, my phone. Okay, looking for my phone. I'm not going to say that it's right. It's okay for saved folks to be all made up. I'm not going to say that. To the point where they are distracting. They become distracting. And you can't enjoy the service because you're busy looking at them. Oh, my T-Mobile thing been spending. They crazy. They know just in time. But anyway. You know, so I'm not going to really say that that's the deal. You know, that it's okay that you can do that. You know, I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is that situation deals with them and God. There's some things that you approach. When it comes down to sin itself, you approach that. And I'm about to look up makeup right now. You approach that. You know, and they put makeup in the category of Jezebel. Jezebel is a spirit. Even though she was a person, it became a name based on her actions. So therefore, it was a spirit. Wasn't so much about the name. Wasn't about her name. It was about her spirit. You see what I'm saying? So when they would say looking like Jezebel. I was told we wasn't supposed to wear red because it was the part of Jezebel. That I will speak on. It never was a conversation about the makeup. It wasn't never a conversation about the jury. You know, nothing like that. So as far as wearing jewelry and stuff like that, I never was told that I wasn't supposed to wear it. Because I look at it like this. My grandmother brought me and my husband our first wedding present, which was a ring. Was a wedding band. They was wedding bands. They had, now this is a band. Let me show you. It needs to be clean. It's rose gold. It's 100% rose gold. It's not plated. The ring is rose gold. But if y'all can see the 3 diamonds in it. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And if y'all look up closely, y'all can see the holes, right? Danielle father taught me that. When I would go to buy rings and it had a diamond in it, he would say that, can y'all see the hole? Let me see, you can see the next hole. No, that's all. They go to the second one, and they go to the third one. He would say that, he would tell me it ain't real. I'd be like, what? That's a good diamond. He said, no, Sharon, let me tell you. Diamonds has to breathe. They have to cut a hole. They have to shape that diamond, and they have to sit it in something. And so they have to cut a hole within the jewelry, whatever it is, ring, bracelet, pendant, whatever. And then they sit that diamond in there. Then I guess they mold that diamond into it. So it has to breathe. He told me why it has to breathe. I don't know why it has to breathe, but that was the thing. So you say anything that has diamonds in it, you have to look at the bottom. And if it has holes at the bottom, then it's real. Okay, but anyway, it's not a jury. And I could be wrong, because I know somebody probably gonna go, no, that's not true. Well, I could be wrong. He could have been wrong, but I'm just throwing that out there because I've noticed that when I buy rings that has diamonds in it, there are holes at the bottom of it, right? So anyway, so my grandmother bought us a band. It was thicker. It was much thicker. His was thicker than mine because his was a man. But mine was thick. It wasn't as thin round. It was a little bit thicker, maybe a few inches thicker, right? And it had 3 diamonds in it. It was, I believe, 18 karat gold. So that was the first gift that she bought for me. So I automatically never thought that saved people ain't supposed to wear no rings. So I always had rings on my finger. Even when I was in the world, I was a gold person. I always had gold in my mouth. Over here I put a gold, over here I put a gold. They rot my teeth out because it wasn't real. Y'all remember back then you buy the grills, you buy the plated gold, and you put it on your teeth. And I would buy like every payday, I was buying a new one because by the time 2 weeks came, it was already stained or tarnished, right? So I never thought anything was wrong with that. They never told me not to wear no rings. They didn't have none on. But they never pushed me to not do something because they weren't doing it. I used to wear my grandmother's dresses, right? And she used to say to me, Sharon, you need to go buy you some, buy your own clothes, wear your own clothes. I liked her dresses. I don't know, I always had an old mind. Always dressed it old. I had my own way of dressing. I never, even though they would say, let me finish saying, I never really followed the trend per se. And as I became a teenager and mommy passed away and Gaga passed away and everybody died, and now that I'm married, I got my own family, and I got to learn the aspects of taking care of children and taking care of myself and the responsibility of taking care of bills, because I was told that I was spoiled. And I was, and I am. You see what I'm saying? My grandmother took care of me. She took care of me in every aspect. She wasn't one to really buy clothes for me, like take the kids take me shopping and have me pick out what I want. It was more so, you wear what I buy, you eat what I cook, you go where I say. But I'm going to be honest with you, I never really had an issue. You know how kids grow up and be like, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm rebelling, I'm going to do what I want to do. It wasn't even like that, because I had so much love for my grandmother that I just did what she did. I wanted to be like her, to be honest. I wore her clothes. I'm trying to think if I wore her shoes. I probably wore a few of her shoes. But I don't know. I can't remember mommy's shoe size. But I know I wore her clothes. I wore her hats. Because I never was one for these wide brim hats. Never could wear them big hats. And I would wear hats where they would come down to here. Why I would put it down here? Because I was ashamed of my face. I was ashamed of my thick eyebrows. Whatever you got, you thank God for them. I would just want to throw this in there, FYI. Whatever God has given you, be glad of it. Don't try to get rid of it. Don't be ashamed of it. Because when it's gone, you can't get it back. So I had these real thick eyebrows. I don't know whether this is the print, but I'm presuming this is the print. And if you really can see how big it is, that's how thick my eyebrows was. I don't know whether I have a picture of my eyebrows, but I mean of me. I have a picture when I was younger. Let me see, maybe I have it on Facebook. But anyway, let me keep talking while I look. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I always had thick eyebrows. I was very hairy. I had hair, my hair, which I still, you see my hair right here. This is the back part of my hair, right? My hair, right, will come all down my neck, all here. Oh, somebody's gonna call. All down my neck, all in the back of my neck, coming all the way down, right? My arms. Don't go by my arms now, baby. All these sores that you may see now, actually they came from me. Curling my hair and stuff like that. But you couldn't see nothing because I had so much hair. My legs was very hairy. So I was teased a lot. I was called an ape. I was called a monkey because I had so much hair on me. People, guys used to say, man, is you related to the ape family? Y'all free to laugh. Y'all can laugh. I have no problem. I done outgrew that. You know, that was my teenage years. In school years. And that was another reason why I stuck to myself. I was never part of a clique because of how I look. So, I'm saying all that to say this. I would never go out like this. And the only reason why I'm doing it where y'all can see me because I don't see y'all. And I'll use that term now. I really don't care if somebody come across and see me and want to comment. It'll hit me. But it's in my control because I can easily block you or delete your comment or something they said, hide the person from my channel. I got that option to do. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not worried about it because everybody's entitled to their opinion. They can say whatever they want to say. I know I'm not the best looking girl. I maybe don't look like somebody's mom or somebody's daughter or somebody's girlfriend, but I look like me. And you have to be satisfied in your own skin in order to move forward in this world. because otherwise you'll be on a depressed list, you'll be on a stress list, and next thing you know, you're going to be thinking about committing suicide. I don't went down that road. Tried to kill myself, tried to walk in front of a car. This is when I was married. I never really tried to kill myself when I was growing up. I did a lot of crying and stuff like that. I stayed to myself. That's how I dealt with the agony of being disliked. I just came and became an inverter, carried everything inside. That's why sometimes I can be a talker. I can really talk at times, because if I feel comfortable with people and we're talking on a subject that I'm comfortable to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. But if I'm not comfortable with you and I see that you are judgmental, I ain't going to say nothing, and you may very seldom see me around you. Excuse me, I'll be to myself. You in the crowd, I'm not going to be in the crowd that you in, because you make me feel uncomfortable. And since I have the choice to be around you or not to be around you, to be comfortable around you or to not be comfortable, and when that choice arrives in whatever situation it may be, I picks it. So if you're making me uncomfortable, I don't have to be around you. I get up and leave. I have gotten up lots of times. School, they had something that was called Back to Work, and you had to go to certain classes and certain programs. And I walk in the classroom and it's real crowded. I walk back out. Ain't no seat available. I walk back out. Sometimes they would have to come and say, Miss Jordan, you have to stand in the classroom. I'll go way to the back, to the point where there will be sometimes I would be in class. I would go to school. I went to college. I'll go to school, and that classroom, not really packed, but maybe somebody within the classroom is making me uncomfortable, not because they said something to me or anything, but there's a lot of things that can make me feel uncomfortable, and that's based on my insecurities. So I deal with it the best I know how. So if I walk into my class, and I will walk into my class on certain days, and if when I walk in there, something in there makes me feel uncomfortable, or something going on, or whatever the case may be, especially if I'm late, I would go to the back of the class, and my teacher will call me to the front, be like, come up here, I got a seat right up here for you. And I'll be right in the front where he or she is at. It wouldn't be so much females. Sometimes it'd be female, but a lot of times it would be the male teachers. And sometimes they would ask questions, I wouldn't say nothing, and they'd be like, well, what you think, Miss Jordan? We gonna ask Miss Jordan. I'll be like, come on now, don't do it. And we want to hear what you got to say. And there will be some students in the class that will make me feel comfortable, even though they knew I was uncomfortable. Let me give you an example. Now I'm going to go on and put these eyebrows on. I was in school. I was going to class for culinary. I think it was culinary. Was it culinary arts? No. What's culinary art? It was something I was in. I can't remember. I was in a lot of things. A lot of certificates. I moved a lot, so I lost them. I lost a lot of them. But anyway, I was in this class, and there were some males in there, but it was mainly...